Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Source. We got two NBA playoff games tonight. I'm recording this during the Lakers-Warriors. Actually, the first quarter just ended. So hopefully by the time you're watching this, I have some good news to report.
Wow, so I just set this camera up, prepared to give a super depressing message, and we still finished in the red, but my bet of the day was the under at 227.5, and that just hit just seconds ago, hit by a miracle. They scored 2 points in the final 4 minutes and 19 seconds. Still not a great day, but that just put the wind back in my sails, man, that the top bet hit. Wow.
Like I said, two games tonight. Sixers, Celtics, game 3. Suns, Nuggets, game 3. Let's go.
Welcome to The Source. The Source. Source. Hey, get the Source.
First up, Boston at Philly, game 3. The series is tied 1-1. Total opens up at 214, and this line opens up Philadelphia +2. Early public comes in all over Boston in this one, but the line actually drops a half point down to Philly +1.5. Since then, it's been pretty much coming in even, and the line eventually moves back up to Philly +2. Well, obviously, the first number that jumps out at us when we're looking at the numbers from games 1 and 2 is the three-point shooting, specifically for Philadelphia. Game 1, 17 of 38 from 3. They were splashing on Boston in game 1. Game 2, just 6 of 30. If the Sixers shot 44.7% from deep in game 2 like they did in game 1, that's 24 extra points on the scoreboard, and we might have seen a close basketball game. Unfortunately for Philadelphia, it wasn't just that their shots weren't falling. Boston's defense came out with a lot more energy. Most importantly, they weren't scared of Joel Embiid. They were not throwing the immediate double teams on Embiid that we've seen on him in recent games. It looks like Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics came out with a defensive game plan. We're going to make Joel Embiid beat us. We don't know if he's fully healthy. We are not going to sacrifice open looks from outside to double team this guy. And it worked. If that's going to be the case in game 3, I am going to absolutely hammer Joel Embiid overs here. It wasn't just the fact that he was coming off a knee injury. In my opinion, I think it caught Embiid off guard a little bit. In the Brooklyn series, as soon as he touched the ball, he was double teamed. Then he comes back off injury, gets thrown to this series, gets the ball, and all of a sudden the Celtics are giving him space. I don't think he was expecting it. Now he's had a couple extra days to heal, and Embiid's coming into this game maybe with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Like, hey, we just got beat bad. This Boston Celtics defense didn't show me the respect that defenses normally show me. If I'm Joel Embiid, I see game 3 as a huge opportunity to make a statement. Like, okay, Boston, you want to show me the disrespect of not giving me a double team? Watch what I'm about to do to you in front of the home fans right after winning the MVP award. They have Joel Embiid's point total set at 24.5, and I'm almost definitely going to be on the over here. In my opinion, the only two things that can stop this from happening, the Celtics completely switch up their defense from game 2, which, why would they switch? They won by goddamn 40 points. Number 2, Joel Embiid's knee is a lot worse than we thought, but we've seen this guy play through injuries before. We've seen him dominate when hurt before. I have faith in his durability. As far as the Celtics on the offensive end, yeah, they shot 20 for 51 from 3. Maybe some negative regression. Maybe they don't hit as many, but I honestly expect that to be the case moving forward. With Joel Embiid on the floor, Philadelphia's interior defense takes a huge step up, which means Boston's going to go back to its old ways of launching threes, and they're pretty goddamn good at it. So yeah, maybe the Celtics don't hit 20 threes again in game 3, but I expect them to hit a bunch. But the other aspects of game 2, I expect to swing towards the Sixers here. I very seriously doubt the Sixers are going to lose the rebounding battle on their home floor. They lost the rebounding battle in game 2. I very seriously doubt Philly's going to shoot 39% from the floor again like they did in game 2, especially at home. So I'm rolling with the Sixers here. Give me Philadelphia +2. Give me the over at 213.5. I went under in the first 2 games. I'm going over here. I think it's going to be high scoring. You can get that at -110 on Barstool. And give me Joel Embiid over 24.5 points. That's at -120 on FanDuel. Next up, Denver at Phoenix. This one starts at 10 p.m. Total opens up at 225.5. Line opens up Phoenix -5.5. Obviously, we're at game 3. Denver leads 2-0. Early action comes in on the Nuggets, and the books definitely react to it. This line drops from 5.5 down to 3.5. Since then, it's been pretty even, though, and the line does eventually move back up to Phoenix -4. I know this feels like the spot to back the Suns, right? I mean, Denver's been better at home this whole season. Now we're catching them on the road. Phoenix is essentially playing for their season at this point. But my question to that would be, what have the Suns shown us to justify backing them here, especially laying 4 points? In game 2, Denver really didn't play that well. I mean, they didn't have a bad game. They had a pretty solid defensive game. I know it seems like they played well because Jokic went off. Jokic had a monster game. But Denver as a team, just 7 of 27 from 3. Jamal Murray, just 3 of 15 from the floor. Now, Phoenix was also absolutely terrible shooting the ball from outside in game 2 as well. But I'm going to say the same thing here that I said before game 2. I mean, Kevin Durant, Booker, Ayton. I mean, these guys had solid offensive games. Ayton didn't have the best defensive game in the world. But I'm asking the same question here that I was asking before game 2. What are we expecting here? I mean, like, I could completely get it if Durant was like 4 of 17 from the floor. If Booker had like 12 points and 7 turnovers, then I would completely get it. But those two guys are putting up numbers. You want to know who's struggling for Phoenix? Damian Lee, Cameron Payne, Torrey Craig. Is that what you want to put your money on? You want to put your money on those guys showing up and turning this series around? I know they played them tough in game 2. That game was close. I mean, Denver ended up winning and covering, but that game was close up to the end. Now, props to Phoenix for that. But the truth is, if Jamal Murray is even average in game 2, the Nuggets win by what, 20 points? Now they're going to give us 4.5 points with arguably the best team in the playoffs right now. I have to take them, even if it feels a bit square. See, the thing is, I liked Denver in 5 or 6 before the series. That was my prediction, Denver in 5 or 6. So why wouldn't I just bet Denver in every game? Like, knowing I'm going to lose 1 or 2. Go at the worst 4-2 if you're correct. So I'm just going to keep riding them, and I like that I'm getting points here. So give me Denver plus 4.5. You can still get plus 4.5 on Fox Bet. Also, I'm going back to the over. I'm going to continue to play this seesaw. I went over in game 1, it cashed. I went under in game 2, it cashed. So let's seesaw it back to the over. So Denver plus 4.5 and the over. I don't have any prop bets for this game yet, but I definitely will have 1 or 2. I'll put them on the ticket. That'll get posted on KyleKirms.com around 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. If anything changes with any of these bets, I will let you know on Twitter, so give me a follow there if you're interested. Friday night, we got 2 playoff games. Let's have ourselves a good one. Remember to bet responsibly, and I will talk to you on Twitter.